up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Story time. So I'm not even really quite sure why I'm making this video. We'll start with the elephant in the room. This is day four of my severe sun poisoning. I was able to go on my first vacation this year. I spent the first 2 days of vacation in the sun and everything went great. And then the third day we had jet skis and I was in the sun from probably 11 a.m. until the sun went down. For those of you that don't know, I am Italian and I have an olive skin complexion, which means I don't burn very easily. If anything, I'll get a little tiny bit burnt the first time I go out in the sun, and then it'll quickly turn into a tan. I'm the idiot who's like, oh, I don't really need sunscreen, but I've kind of learned my lesson with that over the years. So I realized that, okay, this is a lot of sun. I haven't been in the sun yet this year, so I'm gonna put on some sunscreen. I continued to apply sunscreen throughout the day. 4 different applications of SPF 50, which for me is probably the most sunscreen I've ever put on in one day in my entire life. But apparently that was not good enough. I'm very thankful for the sunscreen that I did have on, because if I didn't, it probably would have been a lot worse. But here's my story. The day after I spent all that time in the sun, I noticed that my forehead felt really tight. Because the lights are so bright, I don't know if you guys can tell how burnt I actually am, but I'm pretty burnt. My forehead started feeling really tight. I realized that my whole forehead was super swollen. So I pushed on it just like this, and when I took my finger away, there was an indent in my forehead. And I was like, that's not good. I'm gonna put a picture right here. Apparently this has happened to someone else before, but this is what was happening to my forehead. If I put 4 fingers, there'd be 4 indents, and it would stay like that for like 3 minutes before it got back down to normal. But that was the extent of it for that day. I woke up the next day and I looked something like this. Ooh, that's really not good. It's almost as if it was moving down my face. The top of my forehead was then good, but I was super swollen right up in between my eyebrows and then the top of my eyes. And then throughout the day, it proceeded to get worse. I'm just going to throw in a couple of photos here as I'm talking so you can kind of see as it progressed. That's when I realized something is really wrong. To me, it looked like an allergic reaction of some sort of sinus infection. I still had not put 2 and 2 together that this had something to do with the sun. I mean, I kind of figured, but when I looked up sun poisoning, I just found a bunch of sun blisters and it didn't look anything like what I had. So proceeding on, I fell asleep that night with my eyes super swollen, a lot of pressure, headache. I couldn't enjoy my vacation. I had to stay inside the hotel room. And then the next morning I woke up like this. One eye was completely swollen shut. And even if I tried my hardest to open it up, I had like maybe this much space to see through my eyes. So my vision was super impaired because I only had one working eye, and the eye that was working was also swollen significantly. That's when I figured out that it was severe sun poisoning. I found all the stuff online that this has definitely happened to people before. So I guess when you get a really severe case of sun poisoning, it's not only an exterior issue, it's interior as well. I'm not sure exactly what causes it or what's going on, but it was just really bad. So this is, like I said, day 3 or 4 or whatever day it is, and I'm finally just now getting back to where I can see normally again, and it's starting to go away. So that's my little story of how I got severe sun poisoning on my first vacation of 2020, and it doesn't surprise me at all. I would get extreme sun poisoning on my first vacation. One more tiny little update before I tell you what's going to be coming next. I got new teeth. These are my temps, so if I look like I have an overbite, that's because these are a temporary mold until I can get the actual new teeth drilled into my gums. It's going to be a long process. I'm just happy that I have something that looks semi-normal. I try really hard to not talk to where you can see the bottom teeth because the bottom teeth are still really bad, and I can only do one mold at a time, otherwise I wouldn't be able to close my mouth. But, okay, I hope that you guys have still made it this far into the video because I've really exciting news. For the ladies who have been following the journey of trying to find a stick-on bra that actually works for large-chested girls, you guys have recommended to me so many times that I try Brassy Bra. Brassy Bra has really good reviews, it's worked for a lot of people, and most importantly, they carry up to a quadruple D, I think. Or maybe it was a triple D. Either way, it's the biggest size that I've seen in the sticky bras. Finally back in stock on the website. I finally ordered it. I do have it, and as soon as my face clears up, I'm going to be back and starting with that video. Fingers crossed that it actually works. I'm so hopeful, you guys. But thank you for checking in with me today, guys, and that's it for today. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to SNL before you go. Always remember that I love you more than leggings itself, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay peachy.